Hello, everybody. It's Bob Anderson. It is September 30th, 2024. Today is day 8 of my 25K PA challenge. I have now hit the target dollars of earnings on that primary account to get funded. So my profit, well, here, I'll show you right here. Shoot, why even talk about it up here? We can talk about it right here. Here's my hold on here. Here's my profit by day. It doesn't have day 8 on there because it hasn't been, Apex doesn't update till like 8 o'clock tonight. So I just took a screenshot of my totals. This is my running balance. This is how much I made today. I'll show those trades, and this is my running total prior to today, or not my running total, my daily. So my dailies went like this, basically break even. It's a little negative on that graph because obviously because I had a couple commissions, and then day 2 I had $50. I mean, I remember when I first started this challenge, I had a couple of challenges. One was the market totally sucked. And number 2, my trade copier was not performing to the standard that we talked about, which is why I removed my copy accounts from my primary account. And so all we're talking about right now is my primary account, where 2 years after I started this channel, I wanted to sit down. I wanted to buy an eval account. I wanted to pass it. I wanted to get it PA status. I want to walk it through PA status and get it funded and show you guys, that this stuff is real. It's not BS. So anyways, so day 1 break even, day 2 $50, day 3 about $80, day 4 $450. I'm gonna expand upon this in a second. The 450. Day 5 $250. Day 6 $430. Gonna expand upon that. These are the 2 humps up here. These 2 humps. That's the 451. That's the 431. Day 7 $120, and day 8 you saw it $212 minus some commissions, whatever. Basically $200. So that my total running total is now for my 25K PA account, whatever you want to call it, with Apex is 26,616.68. So now what I have not done, because this is day 8, is I have not traded 10 days. So to get a payout, there's a myriad of rules. But the main ones is that you got to get your balance from 25K to 26.6 to get rid of the trailing drawdown. So now, like if I want to take a swing trade without any penalty whatsoever, for example, I could, because my trailing stop has now stopped at 25.1, and it will not continue to follow me up. That's a nice piece of freedom. Makes the account really feel like at that point in time that it's a real account. In my opinion, when that thing stops following you, that's when you really, and that's why I have some other accounts that that's not what this challenge is about. But I do things with those accounts that I can't do with these accounts until I get these accounts to a certain point. And that is taking a trade off of a rotation back into the red line, for example, for a swing trade that I think is going back to the overnight open, something like that, where the total trade, with 1 or 2 contracts may be plus $800 at any particular time, or maybe more. And I'm just kind of following the major pivots with my stop as I'm doing my job or whatever. But I don't have to worry about it rotating back and coming back, and then all of a sudden, if I was up $1,000, now I'm back to break even, which to a cash trader is not the end of the world. But to an evaluation trader or a PA trader that has not gotten past those set limits, it could be death because you got a trailing stop that's running up behind you until it reaches the point that it stops running up behind you. For those of you that don't understand what I'm saying, it's kind of like every dollar you go to a new high, there's a trailing stop in the evaluation process with Apex and a lot of other prop firms until you get to a certain point. Now, the certain point on an eval is to the point where you pass. So you don't really care once you pass. You just then stop trading your eval and then you turn it into a PA. But once it's a PA, there is no such thing as passing. There's a such thing as getting it to a funded, where it can be a funded account, where it can be funded back to you with draws. Well, you can't get there unless, you slow walk it, which is this right here, unless you slow walk it to your target. Then there's another element, which is rather frustrating. This element didn't exist with Apex before, but it does now. And that's the 30% element. And the 30% element is this. Even when you get rid of the drawdown, or even before you get rid of the drawdown, doesn't matter. This is on PAs, not evals. You can't ever earn more than 30% of your gross of your profits from when you start the account to your payout. You can't earn all that in more than 30% in one day. So let's take my accounts right now. They're sitting at 26.6, which just for conversational purposes is $1,600. $1,600. 30% of $1,600 is $480. That's why this is $450. That's why that's $450. That's why this is $430. Because when I hit those numbers, I closed them out. Because there's no sense in me trying to make more money. Okay? There's no sense, because if I did make more money, then I don't go to some extreme of like $27,500 or $28,000 before I request a payout, I'm going to exceed my 30% rule. I hope that makes sense for people. So there's a reason why my P&L looks like this, instead of just, what I did when I passed this eval. When I created this account as an eval, I took 4 trades in the NQ, not the micros, but in the minis. I took 4 trades in the minis, and I had 1 I lost money on, and 1 I had break even on, and 2 that I made money on. And the 2 that I made money on made me my $1,500 all in one day, all in like 1 hour, all 4 trades. You can't do that with a PA. I can't just take my PA, turn it live, and make it and make $1,500 in a day. Doesn't work that way. It's not allowed. So that's why this may look boring to you guys, but it's the only way I can keep myself from violating the rules, so that I can now take this, run some micros for the next 2 days, the 1st of October and the 2nd of October, and then be able to ask Apex for a payout off this account. Yes, it's very unfortunate that I'm not asking for a payout on this account along with the 4 others because of trade copier issues, but that was a whole nother discussion I've talked about in my other videos. So, because I would much rather be asking for, obviously, 1,000 times 4 versus just 1,000 for 1 account, right? I mean, I put the same amount of effort in. So, but what I'm going to do is, like I said, for October 1st and October 2nd, I'm going to trade some micros to try to keep my balance obviously above 26.6 so that I can qualify for a payout. See if I can get to 26.8, 26, maybe 27, somewhere, something like that. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that I don't go backwards, that I continue to do exactly what I've done right here in the previous 8 days. Okay? So that I can get a payout. The other thing, and I'm going to document this process. The day I request the payout, the day they either approve me or deny me or suspend my account, hell, I don't even know. Like I also said, my other 4 accounts, well, now it's 3, my other 3 PA accounts that were tied to this, heck, if I had run those individually, if I had run those with the trade copier to this point, I personally think, I don't know this, but I personally think that I was going to get denied on 2 or 3 of those accounts anyways because of those phantom trades that it was taken. And I think some of those trades were being taken in loss positions, which is against the rules. So I don't even know if those 3 PAs I have are ever going to qualify for a funding anyways. So, but what I want to do is take this account that I know in my mind, I know has no rule breaking. I don't remember breaking any rules on this primary account. I mean, I don't think I did. I mean, I even went to the point of making sure I never went over $480. Okay. And I went right to the point twice. Cut it off, shut the trade system off. Okay. So I'm going to show you today's trades and we're going to go from there. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I got a bunch of stuff. I dragged and dropped a bunch of stuff. But anyways, here's where I'm at. Day 8. Is it impressive? No, it's not impressive. I mean, $1,600 in 8 days. But remember, I'm handcuffed. I can't make more than 480 on any specific day. A lot of the days were just garbage days anyways. And knowing that I can't make more, knowing that I have to trade for 10 damn days, it wasn't worth it for me to get up every day and press it to 480 every day anyways. Okay? What was more important is that I was able to get to this point that we're sitting here in this video right now and have 26.6 as my balance so that I can say, see guys, I just took that account and in 8 days, boom, I got it to pay. And then when I do get paid, I'm going to show you the process and see how quick it is and whatnot. And then bam, now you have and you still have this account because I did the lifetime on this one. I'll still have this account. Am I going to keep the account and trade it? I don't really know. But the reality of it is I wanted to get to this point and I want to show you the trades. So let's go from there. All right, let's see here. Where are we? The first trade, and I don't know that it was the first trade, so bear with me. I had a trade in oil, break even. I had a trade in the micros in NQ that I lost, and I had another trade in the micros in NQ that I got money in. So off the top of my head, I had two wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie today. That's what I have off the top of my head. I don't quite remember everything as well as I used to, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So anyways, so here we are with the RTY. Look at that RTY. Wow. This was the open. Okay. This was the open, ran up to the overnight open, came down, ran up. Boy, this counter trend trade right here of the open would have been beautiful. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So then it ran up, pulled back. And if you'll notice, we created a daily high, pull back. Then we had a reach out and then another reach out and then off it went. I mean, if you took this trade, you would have been in at 49.10 It rolled back to 47.3. So in my world, I would have been knocked out. That would have been a loss. I didn't take the trade because we also had news at 10. Was it big news? Nah, it wasn't big news, but again, I don't want to be influenced. I'm working on such a fine hair. I mean, I'd rather just be patient until I see something. You know what I mean? So there was news at 10. Was it major news? No. But anyways, and is that what influenced this to pull back here exactly at 10:01? It's probably a pretty high likelihood. The pivot stayed valid and it did rotate up, but it would have been too big of a pullback for my stop loss. Okay, so I wouldn't have made money there. But anyways, so I stayed out of it because of the news. Then we rotated up and then we did this garbage. And this is where we get into that. Is there room between here and the high? Because here's a daily high, here's a pullback into your 9 EMA, but once the candle breaks, there's no room back to the pivot. There's just no room. There's no trade there. There's no trade there. I mean, is it going to work sometimes? Maybe, but I mean, I'm not looking for maybes. I'm trying to put the odds in my favor. So then we rotate, break this pivot here down. And here we are sitting. Now, when I was sitting here looking at this, I said to myself, that'd be me, oh my God, please run right down to here. I mean, I got the 5 SMA right here, and I got the overnight open right here. I mean, holy cow. It's like Christmas and your birthday all on the same day is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And the darn thing closed a candle right here and rotated back up. So I said, okay, that's fine. That just means when you see this pivot right here, that was the rotation pivot through and broke this. When I saw this pivot right here get broken and roll up, I said, this is the trade. This is the trade. They're going to take this, sit on the 9 EMA and roll it up to the daily high. And that's exactly what they did. That's the trade I took that got me 180, $200, whatever it was. That was my main trade. Okay. That was my main trade of the day. I actually got into it early because the darn thing did, when the candle closed, it spiked. And it does that sometimes. It spiked. Like people are front running the candle closing. And it spiked. And then the next one happened and up it went. And, this candle, I'm in here, but this candle never got below here. I mean, I might have taken 2 ticks of heat. And as soon as it cleared up there, I just rolled my stop right underneath it. And then I watched it go and boom. So that's my one trade in the RTY. Let's pull over the oil one quickly. I'm going to blow through these pretty quick here. My oil one, man, I'm telling you, this thing rotated across. See, here's your pivot high right here on your 5-minute red line to your left. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is, 5-minute red line. Here's your pivot high, rotation down to a daily low. It rolls right on through my 5-minute red line. We're sitting here, bam, 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 and I took that long. And this thing shot straight up. I mean, let me see if I can tell you how many ticks. It was 68.15 I was in. It shot straight up to 68.27. So 12 ticks. My stop goes straight to break even like that. As soon as I'm at plus 10 on oil, I'm at break even. And the damn thing came down and slammed over. So I was out at break even. I mean, I was in that trade. I don't know, maybe 10 seconds or something. It wasn't long. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then let's go to the NQ, because when I closed out the RTY trade, I was a few dollars short. Of being over the 26,000. Okay. So I took this trade right here. Let me show it to you. We were crisscrossing the overnight open. I've talked about this before. I'm not a big fan of when prices hanging out around the overnight open. See, here we are. Here's the overnight open. This is a market that has no direction. Okay. But I had this thing set up to take micros. I think I needed like $20. And I sure didn't want to take a full mini trying to get $20. And so I saw this thing break this pivot right here to the left, create this little high, pull back, sit right in this crevice, and I went from here to here, got $35, boom, out, and I'm over my limit. That was the whole purpose of that trade. But you can see, I mean, if you look at it, you can see what's going on here. We crossed the red line, created a Donchian high, broke this pivot to the left. I love seeing recently created pivots to my left that we tick a finger through and then pull back and sit on support. That's this candle right here. When that candle closed, bam, gone, bam, there we are. That's it. Okay. So, I mean, could I have let it go get more and stuff? Sure, I could have let it go get more, but I was just looking to get past that 26.6 number so I could just sit here and throw this video together today, get it out that yes, I passed 8 days. Could I have passed earlier? Absolutely. Would I have broken some rules doing it? Very possible. So I'm trying not to pass. I'm not trying not to break rules, because who wants to break rules when you're trading? I mean, but anyways, so that's it for me. I will talk to you guys later, and we will, and I'll keep you updated. Again, I just need to, for the next 2 days, I'm just going to be taking a trade in micros, trying to get it to run, kind of like this. Once the market settles down and it's calm, just take a trade and try to get a rotation in micros where I'm not risking a lot of money, but I get a decent amount of ticks so that Apex is happy with the fact that I actually took a trade and actually let it go. That's what they want to see. They want to see you take a trade and see it go, not just go in and out. So fine, I'll play the game. All right, everybody have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.